Chodesh Tov. On Simchat Torah, we celebrate the completion of the yearly cycle of learning Torah. We finish Sefer Dvarim, and then we begin again with Sefer Bereshit. I'd like to spend the next minute or two discussing the specific transition from Sefer Dvarim to Sefer Bereshit, which is something that sometimes in the excitement of the celebration can kind of get lost. So if we look at the end of Sefer Dvarim, we see this, we have this whole message or speech of Moshe. Moshe finishes his speech, and then Hashem says to Moshe, Moshe, you're going to die. And by the way, Bnei Yisrael are going to worship Avodah Zarah, they're going to go off the derech, and I'm going to punish them. And as a leader, for Moshe to hear that at the end of his life, he'd led this nation for 40 years, it was probably extremely devastating. And yet, he still has to deliver his final message to the Jewish people. So if we look in Parshat V'zot HaBracha, which is his last words to the Jewish people, we see something interesting. Even though Hashem had told Moshe, you are going to fail, right, or Bnei Yisrael is going to fail, Moshe tells Bnei Yisrael, you followed the ways of Hashem. Almost telling them, you know what, Hashem might have told me that you are going to worship Avodah Zarah, but I, Moshe, your leader, have faith in you. And then there's something really interesting. Right after that, the next pasuk is, Torah tziva lanu Moshe Morisha Kila Yaakov. Now, if you look at the flow of the psukim themselves, it seems like this is just a continuation of Moshe's speech. However, Haktav HaKabbalah, a commentator, Rabbi Mecklenburg, notices that there's actually something strange about this pasuk. Why would Moshe say about himself, Torah tziva lanu Moshe? And he suggests that it was not Moshe who was saying these psukim, or this verse, but really it was Bnei Yisrael. And so if we can imagine the scene, Moshe gets up, he tells Bnei Yisrael, these are his final messages, I believe in you as a nation. And then what do Bnei Yisrael do? They interrupt Moshe in the middle of his speech and they say, Torah tziva lanu Moshe Morisha Kila Yaakov. Moshe, the Torah that you commanded us, it is our Morasha. The Maharam explains that the word Morasha doesn't mean Yerusha, it doesn't mean an inheritance, but rather it's a type of inheritance that a person gets through hard work. And Bnei Yisrael are saying to Moshe, Moshe, we understand that in order to keep the Torah, we have to put in this effort, we have to put in hard work, but we're okay with that. We are going to put in an effort, just like you have faith in us, we really have faith in ourselves. And I think as we celebrate Simchat Torah, we in some senses are doing the same thing. We just finished a year reading the Torah, and we could say, you know what, we finished Sefer Dvarim, we're done. We can celebrate, we'll dance, but then we're done. We don't need to start over again. And yet, what do? We say, you know what? Just like Bnei Yisrael told Moshe that they wanted to really make the Torah their own, we're not going to read Sefer Dvarim and then close the book. We are going to start over and start with Sefer Bereshit and really try again and again and again, year after year, to make the Torah our Morasha.